Okay. So JavaScript evaluations. So JavaScript evaluations nothing but so validate the form, validate the web form before submitting data into the server. Okay. So validate the form before submitting data into the server. So what is the validate the form before submitting data into the server? Okay. So some websites uh, assume that here Gmail is there, otherwise Git or Yahoo, okay, or Code School. So some like this, some websites is there. Okay, so to continue with the further steps, you need to register. Okay, you have to register in that website to continue with the further steps. So we can take the example of Gmail only. Okay, you don't have any account in Gmail. Okay, you want to create one new account in Google. Okay, so uh, you can go to Gmail sign up form. Okay, you can go to Gmail sign up Google sign up form, and you have to enter all these details. Okay, okay, you have to enter all the details: first name, last name, okay, mail ID, password, and date of birth, gender, phone number. Okay, and after that you can click on next step button. Okay, so before uh, submitting this data into the Google server, this form validate the data. Okay, uh, whether you enter the correct data or not. Okay, first name is string values or not, and username also in email format or not, and otherwise uh, phone number is in India phone number format or not. Okay, like this it will check the uh, fields. Okay, compulsory you have to enter all the fields. Okay, without enter the data in the fields, you can't submit this data into the Google server. One second. Okay, without enter the data in the text boxes, click on submit button. You can like next step button. So these fields are asking like this messages. Okay, you can't leave this empty, you can't leave this empty. So this form validate these fields. Okay, you enter the correct data or not, or this field is empty or not. So in JavaScript, uh, there is a different type of validations like regular expressions, regular validations, and regular expressions, and compare validations, and custom validations. So like this number of validations is there. Okay, so this message is nothing but regular expressions. Regular expressions means this field is empty or not. So that message comes only uh, with the text box is empty. If the text box is empty, this message will display. That is regular uh, required field validator. Regular expressions means uh, this field is in email format or not. So what is the email format? Uh, Email format should be like abc@gmail.com. Okay, this is the format. Okay, for example, abc@gmail.com. So your entered email is in this format or not. So that is expressions. And compare validator means create password and confirm password. These two fields are equal or not. Okay, if these two fields is not equal, it will show the error messages. Okay, regular expression is a sequence of characters. Regular expression is a sequence of characters. So like for email, uh, I will show you one example. Okay, so actually this is the expressions. Okay, this is the format of expressions. Regular expression is a sequence of characters that forms a sketch pattern. Okay, this expression is for check the email format. Okay, so you enter text email is in this format or not. You can see this part before at the rate. Okay, before at the rate, this expression is allows small a to z and caps a to z and 0 to 9 numbers and underscore and dot and hyphen. Okay, before at the rate, these are allowed, and after at the rate, small a to z, caps a to z, and 0 to 9 and hyphen only allowed. And this is the domain. This is the domain Gmail or Yahoo. Okay, like a Hotmail, and after that dot. Okay, small a to z and caps a to z and 0 to 9, and the length is 2 to 4 only, like .com or .org .in. Okay, .uk. So like this, uh, length only 2 to 4 characters only. So this is the expression of email. Okay, it will check the when you enter the email in this text in this field, it will check this format. Okay, this format is this the text is in this format or not, and like this all the fields will check. Okay, here test method is there. Method is used to uh, test method is a regular expression method. Expression method, it sets a string for a pattern, sets a string for a pattern, and returns true or false. Okay, true or false, it is depending on the result. It depending on the result only. So we'll take the example of Gmail only. So we'll create one sign up form. Okay, and we can write some validations for these fields. So create an HTML form, save this file as sign up. Okay, .html. So now remove all these things. So create a table, HTML table. Okay, tr td. Okay, in first td, first name, and input, type text and id equal to txt first name f name. Okay, and placeholder equal to enter your first name. So this is the first field. Next second field is in second column last name. Input type text, id txt, last name l name, and placeholder enter your last name. Next take another row, username. Okay, username nothing but email id. Okay, choose your username. So take on text box text and id txt username placeholder enter username. Next third row, in third row password. Okay, sorry, this is td. Password, input type. So here type is password. Okay, small p. Placeholder enter your password. Next confirm password. Input type password. Placeholder enter confirm password. And after that birthday and gender. Okay, birthday, gender, phone number. Okay, DOB. In birthday field, one drop down list and two text boxes. Select and option. You can select like month. Option Jan, Feb, March, Okay, May. So up to December we can take. And next field is day. Okay, day for day text box, and year also text box. Text, text, day, placeholder, enter day, and another text box. Input type text, id, text, year, placeholder, enter year. Okay, and next row. Next gender. Okay, for gender also drop down list and phone number. For gender drop down list, right? So we can take here, select, and select gender, male, female, and third one other. Okay, so here also male, female, other, and rather not say. Next, finally, mobile. For mobile, text box, type text and id, txt, mobile, and a placeholder equal to enter your mobile number. Okay, so this is our registration form. Okay, sign up form. So finally take one button also to submit the form. Input type equal to button and value. Okay, next step, and id, btn, save. Okay, so first run this example. Okay, this is our registration form. So after we enter all the fields, okay, first name or last name, okay, password, date of birth, gender, and mobile number, you can click on next step button. Okay, before you submit this data into the server, we need to validate yeah, whether your data is correct or not, or is data is in correct format or not. Okay, like email is in correct format or not, and mobile number is also in correct format or not. So different countries, different phone number formats is there. Okay, for India, mobile number format is different, and for US also different format. So like this, we need to check the uh, enter data. Okay, data is correct or not. So for this, we need to write uh, JavaScript validations. So these validations are works in client side only. Okay, so these validations are work in the works in the browser only. Okay, without submitting this data into the server, and no need to check the data in the server. Okay, in the client side only we can check the data and submit the data into the server using JavaScript validations. So use this JavaScript validation. Okay, use this JavaScript validations before you submit the data into the server. We need to check the data before submit the data into the server. So write JavaScript code. So first of all we have to create one function. So function name is function validate sign up. Okay, so this is the function name. So we have to call this function name in button on click event. So already we know this. Okay, so when you click on this button, so we have to check the all fields. Okay, the fields is empty or not, or you enter data is correct or not. So first of all we have to check with uh, first name. Okay, so by using id, okay, we need to check the data, so whether data is empty or not in the fields, so data is correct or not. So where f name first name equal to document dot element by id, okay, txt first name dot value. Okay, so now we have to use here conditional expressions. We can use if condition. If f name equal to empty, okay, if f name is equal to empty, otherwise not equal to empty, it will goes to next step. Okay, so we can check here. If f name, if first name is empty, it will display some alert box. Please enter your first name. Okay, if first name field is not equal to empty, then it will go to next control. Next control means last name. So this alert box will display until you enter first name field. Okay, now save this and run this example. Okay, so it will check the form. First name field is empty, so that it will display the alert box. Please enter your first name. Okay, so the cursor is will not move to the next step. Okay, next step means last name. So until you enter first name field. Okay, how many times you can enter? You can click on next step button. Okay, so every time you display alert box. So after you enter this first name, so alert box is not displayed. Okay, it will go to the next step. So next step also same, where last name document dot get element by id txt lname dot value. So here we can write else if lname equal to empty. If lname is empty, then display alert box. Please enter your last name. Okay, click on next step. So please enter first name. So enter first name. Next click on next step. Please enter your last name. So like this, it will ask the messages for each and every control like your Google sign up for. Okay, to get this uh, messages in this format, we need to write some extra code. Okay, extra logic to get these messages like this. You can check this next username, where username equal to document.getElement by id. Okay, username dot value. So here we can check this empty username is empty or not. Else if username not equal to empty, then goes to the password field. Okay, else it will display some alert box. Please enter username. Okay, first name and last name. Click on next step button. Please enter username. Now username field is empty, so that it will display the alert box. So we enter the username, okay, text, and you can click on next step button. So it will go to the next step button. Next step like a password and confirm password. Before we go to the password and confirm password, we need to check another condition here. Okay, the username is in correct format or not. Okay, like this is in uh, email format or not. So for this, we have to take the expression here. You can say you can get this expression in the Google also. You can search like email JavaScript email validation. Okay, so go to here. You can see so number of formats is there, but okay, so we have to check for the email uh, format also. So in this if else, if username dot filter dot test. Second. Okay, so filter dot test. Filter not filter dot test. So in test method, so already test method is there in JavaScript. Okay, test method is a regular expression method. It sets a string for a pattern and returns true or false only. So like this, so we have to check this username here. Okay, so if the username is in this format or not. Okay, this is the filter. This filter contains this expression. So this test method is checked with this expression. Okay, this username is in this format or not. So then it will display some alert box. Please enter correct email format. Okay, so now run this example. Okay, first name and last name and username. Click on the step button. Okay, please enter correct email format. So include @ and g dot com. Okay, so it will allow this format. Okay, @ g dot com is there. So the format is there, and the next password and confirm password. It will check the password. Where password 1 equal to document.getElement by id txt password dot value, and where password 2 document.getElement by id txt confirm password dot value. Okay, you can check with IDs. So there is no IDs, right? ID txt password and for confirm password txt confirm password. So now here else if password 1 equal to empty, so then display alert box. Please enter your password. Okay, else. Okay, so we can remove this else part. So some little bit modification. Cut this alert box and paste here. Okay, in else part, if password on 1 is not equal to empty, then it will goes to another condition. Password 2 also not equal to empty, then it will goes to the next step. Otherwise it will display some message. Okay, please enter your confirm password. Then after you enter password and confirm password, we need to check these two passwords. Do these two passwords are equal or not? If password 1 equal to password 2, okay, then it will goes to next step, that is date of birth. Else it will display some alert box. Passwords is not matched. Okay, not matched. So like this it will display the message. If the password is matched, then go to the date of birth field. Okay, so you have to select month, and you have to enter day, and you have to enter year also. So before you write the code here, we have to check the ID for month, DDL, month, and TXT day and TXT year. Okay, and here also DDL, gender. So DDL months, where document dot get by ID dot value, and where day equal to txt day dot value, and where year equal to document get element by ID txt year dot value. So month, date, day, and year. So we have to check with first month. If month, okay, months equal to months equal to this text. Okay, in the drop down list, select this value. Select this value. It will display alert message. Please select month. Okay, and also else if day not equal to empty, and if day is empty, it will display alert message. Enter day, and here you can write another condition. If year equal to empty, then display alert message. Please enter Yes, else it will goes to next step, that is mobile number. For mobile number, txt mobile, id is txt mobile, txt mobile dot value. If mobile number equal to empty, then display alert message. Please enter your mobile number. Okay, else yes, it will display success message finally. Okay, finally. So if you enter all the fields in correct data, so it will display success message. Okay, this is the validation code for registration form. Okay, with these fields. So now save this file and run this example. So click on submit button. Okay, next step button. So first time it will ask, and please enter your first name. Okay, until you enter the first name field, it will not go to the, it will not continue with the remaining fields. Okay, so every time it will ask the first name only. So once you enter first name, it will go to the next field. So it will check the next field, that is last name. So last name also entered, and it will go to the next field, that is username. Please enter username. So we entered username, but this enter username is correct format or not. So we have to check this format also. Please enter correct email format. So we have to include at the rate and g.com. And next step is please enter password. So password is 1234. Okay, password is 1234. And click on next step. Please enter confirm password. So confirm password is 5678. Okay, two different passwords. This is 1234 and this is 5678. So click on next step. So entered passwords is not matched. So we have to match these two passwords. 1234, and it will go to the next field, that is date of birth. Please select month. Okay, May. Please enter day. Please enter year also. Okay, it will go to the please enter mobile number. So here we have to write for gender also, right? So we missed gender, but we have to include the code for gender also, and finally mobile number. Okay, finally success message will display. But some websites allow only Indian mobile formats or US mobile number formats only. So for this we have to check. We need to write some validation for US mobile number format and India mobile number format. For US mobile number format, JavaScript. You can see here Okay, this is the format. Okay, we entered this format, this value, and submit. Please enter a valid US phone number. So, for example, you entered this. Then the phone number is valid US phone number. So for this, so this is the format where mobile number filter. Okay, so now, so mobile number filter, you can check here if mobile number is equal to empty, then display please enter our mobile number alert box. Then else here it will check, it will check not mobile number filter dot test test mobile number. If mobile number filter is equal to this format, then display success message. Otherwise, display alert message. Please enter valid US mobile number. Okay, so then we can run this example now. So mobile number accept only US mobile number format. So enter this value. Next step. So one error is there. Function value setup is not defined. The unexpected token. Okay, now we can check this. So enter data. Okay, so please enter valid US mobile number. So So we have to check this with the hyphens. So we have to include hyphens. Okay, this is the format. So now it will display success message. Okay, so this is the JavaScript violations, and like this we can write for any form in our real-time applications. Okay, like before you submit the data into the server, you can validate the forms like this using JavaScript. So in JavaScript evaluations are different, and jQuery evaluations are different. So some graphically the functionality is same, but some graphically some differences is there for JavaScript evaluations and jQuery evaluations. Okay, so before you submit the data into the server, we can validate the data in the client side only. The client side means in the browser. Okay, don't we need to wait for the response from the server. Okay, using this JavaScript validations.